sorry, the number you have reached is not in service. Please check the number or try your call again. This is a recording.
Are you listening?
Listen to people. Learn what you can.
What is racist and what is just ignorance?
If you've got a friend or an ally or somebody in your corner there to support you, amazing.
I just can't wait for the day where we're no longer pleasantly surprised that someone is LGBT+.
Ask questions on a personal level, do better.
Asking pronouns.
It was like the moment that I realised I was different.
Winning that award topped this year off for me.
Because without you, this world wouldn't be the same.
Are you listening?
Are you listening?
Are you listening?
Are you listening?
Hi there, and welcome back to Are You Listening? I hope you've been enjoying getting to know the podcast crew so far. In today's episode, you'll get to meet Jord and Nabila. Hope you enjoy it. And we are so excited to be joined by the amazing Jord. How are you doing?
Hey man, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really, really good, thank you. We are so happy to have you as part of the podcast crew. It's super, super amazing. Obviously, we're going to get into it a little bit later, but outside of joining the podcast crew, what do you do?
Yeah, so I'm actually a podcast host. I'm a so-called up-and-coming content curator, a part-time activist, and yeah, just full-time bad boy, I guess.
I'm interested in your activism. What does that pertain to?
I think the core focus for me and the core intention is creating visibility and safe places and support facilities for Black people. I think that's the core of what I try and strive and thrive towards. And if that can be applicable or reach people further out of the community, then it's just a double benefit, really, more than anything.
I think that's brilliant. I think it's really, really important to have those safe spaces and places of not only elevation but also for protection, because it's hard out here. It's hard in these streets. So to have that space is so, so important. Tell me a little bit more about your podcast. I mean, I know, but our listeners don't know about your podcast. So tell us a little bit more.
Yeah, sure, awesome. So it's called The Winning Side. About empowering and amplifying Black people, teaching those who are part of the Black community their importance and significance to society as a whole, and then also trying to teach outsiders of our communities how these forms of mistreatment and discrimination affect us on an everyday basis. I guess you could say purely educational purposes, but also try and do some fun elements as well to mix it up and keep it a bit versatile.
Yeah, no, it's a very enjoyable podcast, and I'm really honoured that you wanted to be a part of Are You Listening, because the dynamic you're going to bring, just everything you're going to bring, will be absolutely amazing. So now
thank you.
That's okay. Now that you're here with us, you're already on the winning side, but you've come over to the Are You Listening side. What are you excited to be involved in?
I'm excited to bring a new perspective, really. I'm excited to interconnect with other people who have different experiences, where I want to educate others, but I also want to educate myself. I think I have perspectives, but it's only for certain things, and I think being able to collab with such a really cool wide range of people is really important, because I'm not the only person that has particular experiences. There are so many others. All this team, they all have different experiences and different encounters. I'm here for it, to educate myself and to educate others.
I love that, because that's so important. I think as young people, usually we think what we have experienced and what we go through, that's kind of the be all and end all, but there is so much outside of ourselves. So
sure,
being within this community is so brilliant. I can tell you from experience, you will learn a lot, not only about yourself but about other people and things that you didn't even realize. So things that you didn't realize hurt you, or things that you didn't realize you may have done that offended someone, because I think it's important to be able to check yourself and realize that actually, something that you may think is really, really small actually maybe something that impacts, you know, one of your friends or a family member, really impacts them deeply. So it's really great that we can have these conversations.
Yeah, no, I think it's well, like I said before, like I think it's really important for us to all educate ourselves and to learn from others, because like you said, like there are things that I may find extremely offensive that someone would just brush past, you know what I mean? And there's things that I wouldn't think twice about, which someone would maybe find quite triggering. Do you know what I mean? So it's about learning and understanding people's triggers and what is appropriate and applicable for some, and being conscious that that isn't necessarily the case for everyone else, you know?
Yeah, definitely. So with your perspective, do you have any like episode ideas that you would love to bring to the table? Anything that you would like to explore on Are You Listening?
I would love to talk about life after graduation. I think that's really, really cool. A lot of people, a lot of my circle are in a really awkward, difficult transition where we're full of a lot of uncertainty and not too certain on what steps we need to take next. And I think having some kind of facility which provides some kind of guidance could be very crucial to a lot of people, because it's hard after graduation. It's really hard, but not many people talk about it.
I think it would be really great to be able to provide some kind of navigation space for that, because no one really gives you that. It's just you finish, you graduate, and it's like, go out into the world and do. But no one really kind of says, you know, maybe try this, maybe go into this area, maybe before you leave university, maybe try this to get you into this area. So I think that would be a brilliant episode, which hopefully a lot of our listeners would be quite interested in.
Yeah, I hope so too. I think it will be.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you so much for having this discussion. I feel like we are going to hear loads more from you in the upcoming months, weeks, years, fingers crossed, hopefully. But yeah, thank you so much, Jord. And everyone who's listening, obviously you're already listening to Are You Listening, but make sure you go and check out the Winning Side podcast. Jord, where can everyone find you?
So yeah, well, it's at the Winning Side Pod, and then just the Winning Side with Jord Howard on YouTube and all streaming platforms.
But yeah, everyone go and check it out. It's a brilliant podcast. I am not just saying that. I have enjoyed many an episode. Your most recent episode, for me personally, I was living for it. I really, really was. First line of that podcast, I'm not going to ruin it for anyone. You will need to go and listen to it for yourself. But that first line hooks you straight away. So
for the graduates especially, yeah.
Yeah, it really will. But yes, thank you so much. And yeah, we are going to find out so much more about all of the other amazing people on the podcast crew. So make sure you keep listening. If you've been enjoying Are You Listening so far in season 3, make sure you share it with a friend, a family member, or someone who you think can really benefit from this episode. Thank you so much for engaging, and we hope that you enjoy more episodes. So I really hope you all enjoyed that break and those messages. And now I'm so excited to be joined by the amazing Nabila. Hi, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm doing well. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. This is so exciting.
Yeah, like it's so amazing to have you as part of the podcast crew. You've really like made yourself known in the Are You Listening family. So yeah, it's really great to have you here.
Oh, that's so nice to hear. Yeah, I mean, it's a great like group to be part of, like, and I'm really excited for hearing all the episodes. This is all just like super insane to me, like just in the best way.
Yeah, amazing. So, I mean, we know like a little bit about you already, but like for our audience, like just tell us a little about yourself.
Okay, wow, right. So yeah, my name is Nabila Hafiz. I'm 18 as of current times. I am the spokeswoman of Help the World Oxford. So Help the World Oxford is a Oxford-based charity activist group. And we're youth-led, you know, all that good stuff. We most of us are of minority groups. And yeah, we do public events, public demonstrations, we do charity events. Yeah, I've done public speaking at many different events, such as COP26. That was a big moment for me. And I've done Kill the Bill, you know, just stuff like that. I like to talk a lot. I'm very social, I feel like. I sell fragrances as well, so I do chat a lot to, you know, get that sale going. I love just, yeah, I'm that kind of girl. Yeah, that's me.
Do you know what I loved about what you just said? With confidence, you honestly just went, yeah, I spoke at COP26. Yeah, you know, just things like that. Like that's a small thing.
Wait, oh my god, I didn't speak at COP26. I spoke at a COP26 rally, not actual like. Did I?
But no. Regardless, that's not like that's not a big deal.
Oh my god,
so tiny.
It's amazing. No, it's a massive thing. Like COP26, huge thing, right? I'm not sprinkling it like with a little bit of glitter. Like it's a massive thing. And I'm very grateful. It was one of my proudest moments, and yeah, it's huge thing, guys. Yes.
Yeah, no, you should be proud. You should be so proud. Like being able to, you know, speak or do anything around, you know, these very huge, globally momentous occasions. Like, you know, you did your thing. You did your thing.
Thanks.
You made your marks. I'm really proud of you. As you were saying, you are very involved in like the activism space, which I think is really brilliant, and I think that will inspire hopefully people who are listening, but then also will encourage those who are already in that space to keep on going. Because you are in that space, I think it is also quite interesting that you are now here on the podcast. What was it that initially drew you to Are You Listening?
Well, I think what was so appealing to me was just hearing a youth-led podcast. Like, I love podcasts. Like, I think it's so perfect. Like, there's no face, just the voice, just chat, just conversation, and it's so crisp, and like it's I don't know what it is about it, and it's like it's getting more popular, and the platforms that it's on, like Spotify, and you've got, you know, I love Spotify, like it's so easy. And I just, yeah, like I just felt like this was perfect for this generation, like as I'm like interested in activism, and I'm sure we've got some artists, we've got some, you know, football fans, like, you know, it's just like a space, like it's like a nice space, and for us as well, like for the youth, it's definitely, and the people behind it, like you guys are incredible. Like I know you guys, like Oxfordshire Youth is an amazing organization. It's a safe, you guys are very comfortable as well. So I was just like, I need to throw myself into this, like my whole heart, like I want this. So and I did it for myself, like definitely for myself. Like I have interests in like media and creative media, broadcasting, journalism, all of that stuff. And so I don't know, like it just sounds like me, and I'm really glad you guys took me on. I'm very grateful.
That's completely okay. Like you have fit perfectly into the team. I think thank you very much for, you know, speaking about, you know, Oxfordshire Youth as a charity. Like we're glad that you feel that comfort around, you know, the people that you've met. So thank you so much. And yeah, we just feel so grateful to have you here. Just off the top of your head, are there any kind of causes or themes that you would really like to speak about over the duration of Are You Listening?
Wow. Causes, themes. I think naturally I would like to talk a lot about oh, that is a really good question. I have so much, like I have so many things I want to talk about. I love discussion. Whether that be like a problematic discussion or like something light and sweet. I what we do in Help World Oxford, obviously we do tragic disasters that happen in the Middle East mostly, like things like Palestine and Afghanistan. I do like, those are quite like heavy topics, but they need to be talked about, of course. And I don't know, like things to do with as a minority. Like, I don't know, I think it would be nice to just talk about us, maybe. Yeah, like BAME community and LGBT community. Like, I think it would be nice to just talk about maybe the struggles that we have and then lift us up a bit. We could talk about like our success. We could like make it about like film or like the newest TV show, like with BAME community, like stuff like that. But I could, I enjoy those kinds of conversations. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, I'm sure there'll be loads of those conversations happening over the duration of season 3 of Are You Listening? Seeing as Pride Month is just around the corner, and I'm very certain we'll do something on that. And near the end of this year, there will be Black History Month as well. There are several other history months that we can highlight and focus in on. So we're doing that. We will definitely address all of that. I feel like because there's so much diversity of voices across Are You Listening? Everyone has such different viewpoints. Everyone has, different things they want to say. And I think it's so amazing that you are so ready to have those conversations, even if they're difficult conversations, because often when we have those difficult conversations, that some progression and change actually happens.
Definitely. I think a conversation is where it all starts and ends. Like, that's the best way to get people comfortable. It shouldn't be an uncomfortable conversation, of course, but naturally, as people, it can be hard. So yeah, I'm excited for these conversations, and it'll be cute. And yeah, I'm excited.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much, Nabila. You've been amazing. I say you have been amazing, but you will be amazing.
I will be amazing.
We have so much to hear from you. So yeah, make sure you also check out Help the Word Oxford on Instagram. Like, you just go do the following. Go do that.
Do it now.
Thank you all so much for watching and listening to this episode, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.